Yo, welcome to Crate 808, and today we dive into the Crate 808 Patreon. Here's a little sneak peek on what's going on over there. We are doing every Ghostface Killah solo project. We are diving in and we are reviewing each one of them, and today we've got contributing editor at Pitchfork, writer, podcaster, general legend, Dylan Green, aka Cinema Sci, in the hot seat to break down 2001's Bulletproof wallets. So if you enjoy this, subscribe, go to patreon.com/crate808, jump on there, sub up. You'll get MF Doom episodes, Jay Dilla episodes, live shows once a month that we all geek out over hip-hop, and these Wu-Tang Chronicles. We dive into the woo. So yes, enjoy. If you like it, spread the word. Now go check out this little snippet. Boom.
Like, I really do enjoy this album a lot. And it's really for the same reason I enjoy every Ghostface album, because like he just makes shit sound cool, you know? Like, it's like I'm not going to say this is one of my favorites that he's ever done, but it's the most intriguing because it feels like there are a lot of times where like Ghostface he feels like he doesn't exist. He feels like somebody wrote him into being. He feels like a character that hopped out of like a Rudy Ray Moore movie or some shit sometimes. And like so like this album feels like a non sequitur to me, in the sense that like Ghost got hit on the head and he just went into like this weird fever dream where he was trying to like fucking Teddy Pendergrass himself some sort of like crazy weird poppy R&B concept album. And he just like, the album feels like a dream. Like I feel like I feel like every Ghost solo project, from Supreme Clientele to I think really just Supreme Clientele and Bulletproof Wallets, like they feel, and even 12 Reasons to Die, like they all feel like dreams to me. Like they feel like something that he just thought up and he woke up like, yo, like I gotta go tell Ray about this shit or something. Like I think the reason people gravitated so much toward Ghost is because he just made the shit look easy, bro. Like between him and Method Man, like him and Method Man were just so charismatic and just so not afraid to get strange with it, you know? Like like it was strange, but it was hard, you know? Like it wasn't too like I feel like Ghost kind of split the difference between people who like really heady, weird conceptual stuff and just like cool fly shit over dope beats, you know? Like I think that's a big, like, you know, like he like people who like people like Lupe and Blue, and people who liked people like Gibbs and Currency, and like he's kind of the middle of all of that, you know? Like he's like, so you can, all those lines lead back to Ghostface. So I feel like, you know, like, since you want to talk about the blog era, I think that's a big part of the reason why he yeah.
No, absolutely. You've put it better than I ever could. It's so true how he is the roots of the tree trunk, and what grows out of it is your Freddie Gibbs. Absolutely. That is, you can hear Ghost in Freddie, and he's made it his own, absolutely. And he's fantastic. But you can see there's a little strand of DNA in there, and Blue's another one. Look how different Freddie Gibbs and Blue are. That's, well put, man. Very well put. Ghost, even on the original and when they put it on that new one, when he's like Bulletproof Wallets, something out of Korea, Top Seer, Maria Pop Lear or something like that. The way he rhymes Ghost on that, you cannot tell me this is a man who's not like top of the game right now. Like he's like, just unreal,
bro.
Unreal.
Just like the way he puts words together, it's just like, it doesn't matter. Like this how you know Ghost was like really like killing it. Like he could, at that point, he could rap about, like, it doesn't have to mean nothing. He could just say words and put them together, and it just like, how can you deny it? It just sounds good, you know? And like that's the time he was always on. Like he said that during the making of Supreme Clientele. Like, you know, like most of the time it's just like people just talking some fly shit over a track. And that's like, there's so much of that on here. Like even just the title, like Bulletproof, what the fuck does that mean? Bulletproof Wallets? Like,
sounds amazing, though.
Yeah, it sounds great, but it's just like, you know, like it's one of those things you think about, like, the fuck is a bulletproof? Like, what does he mean by that? Like, is that a metaphor? Like, like, you know, it's just like he could just take something like, it's just like, what does that mean? It means nothing, but it sounds crazy, you know? And I feel like that's the ethos of Ghost. like especially in that era, you know, just like it just sounds good.
Let's not sleep on Sunshine. People do go check them out. The Sun, like that stuff. If it had come on here, you're looking at it and thinking, wasn't it because RZA was so high and he forgot to note? Yeah, that's what it was. So. He was smoking so much fucking weed, he forgot to note what he'd sampled. And that is maybe that's, you know, when people campaign against weed, that's your starting point. People say RZA was high and didn't put the sun on bulletproof wallets.
Yeah,
don't smoke weed, children.
Gotta make sure his brain is right. Yeah,
it's a hell of a drug. Marijuana is a hell of a drug.
So funny.
So even though Ghost is saying I was just saying fly shit, he must be a bit of a genius because each of these lines mean something, you know, and. That's kind of what I love. And if The Watch had come on here, it's like the whole concept of that is Ghost's watch having a go at Ghost.
That's, and like, it's so funny you bring that up because I had Billy Woods and Elucid of Arm & Hammer on Real Notes, and we spent about 25 minutes just talking about Ghost shit, and he spent so much time talking about that song. He like him and Elucid just went at it about the watch, and it was great. Like it's just yeah, because like Woods was talking about like buying the tapes and like finding them like from like the local people in like New York at the time, and just like yeah, man, I just love that example because that's such a great underappreciated Ghost song. Like The Watch is really something else.
Were there other tracks on here that you think deserve a bit more shine, or just maybe, you know, people should maybe go back and re-listen to?
Ice. Everybody should go back and listen to Ice. Ice. Easy. Like
yes,
that's my
yes.
Like I wish it was longer. I'm so mad it's only a minute, but I love that beat, and just like that's maybe some of my favorite rapping he does on the whole project. That isn't I think Ice, Love Session, and Strawberry in the Forest are my four favorite rap performances on this album. But like Ice is just like a arsonist. Really like it's like it's almost like a knowledge track. Like you listen to like a knowledge track, it's like a minute and 30 seconds on loop, and it's just like, oh, I wish it was longer, you know? Like, but it's just, yeah, Ice is the one that like I feel like people don't appreciate that one as much as they should. So
I love you even more now, Dylan, man. I have to say my love for you is pouring out because that's my favorite track on the album. Wow. It's 90 seconds, and there's a lot of great stuff on here, but if I go back and I listen to Ice, Arsonist from the Heatmakers absolutely killed it. It is Cameron's Come Home With Me. Obviously, it is. But Cameron was not doing this on this beat. He was not. What's the first line? Fucking hell, I had fly ankles. Plus my bangles
were ankles. That's my favorite shit, bro.
Who says I had fly ankles plus my bangles were star-studded out, and then every time we tend somewhere you act real terribly. Like the way he's talking about his ice when they go out, his ice is acting up, not him. It's his ice that is absolutely blinding old women, even though they've got glasses on as thick as Coke glasses or something. He says Coke bottles, and you're like, how are you blinding a woman's retina with your ice? And in 90 seconds, he does that, man. Like, in 90 seconds, you took me on a journey. Cam, and I love Cam, I do. And I love that track on Cam's album, but he has not done that. No one has done that 90 seconds over that track where I'm like, what? The journey.
Yeah, just like he said I had fly ankles. That's like some shit like my uncle would say or something, you know? It's just really like it's just some like, don't you ever disrespect me out here with your fucking ankles out or some shit. Like it's just really funny. Like I know people who would say shit like that. So it's just like what? Like it's just so funny and so out of nowhere. Like really, really beautiful start to that song.
I'd shout at Hilton quickly because people have storytelling. I think like it's sometimes quite hard for crime capers to stick to my ribs because there's so many of them and there's so many people who do them so well. But for some reason, the Hilton always gets me, right? Because if you listen, it's amazing beat, brilliant crime caper. But the re-listen, it got me again I remember this now, where so that is Wesley Snipes on a Sunday Bermuda is that hook, which is always good. But isn't that when Raekwon's in the shower, right? And he comes out and they're all having a like there's a hit goes down, and Ghost and Ray are going to retaliate to this hit. And there's a line in there where Ray says something about, okay, cool, but can you give me 2 minutes just iron my shirt? And you're like, what? Like, if this is a film, this would be amazing. Like, Ray's got soap suds on him. They're just avoided a hit. They're about to go to the retaliate. Hold on, let me just iron my shirt and grab my lace, or find my ice. That's it. Find my ices or something. That little stuff like that, Ray might have just been on some bullshit that day. But to me, it's always got me that he stopped in his whole crime caper to iron his shirt.
He got to make himself literally fresh to death. Like that's what you got to do sometimes. I imagine. I've never done that before, but I imagine you got to get fresh to death sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. So there you go. Crate 808 Patreon, bringing you that wu-tang flavour. Ghostface Killah's Bulletproof Wallets. Who doesn't love that album? What an album. And thank you, Dylan Green. Go check out Real Notes. He is killing it. He's killing it. He's had some brilliant guests on. Navy Blue fans. That's a great interview he's done there. So yes, go check that out as well. And yeah, man, spread the word. Crate 808 on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Crate 808. All the info on crate808.com. And yeah, we shall catch you on the flip side. Boom. Peace.